Welcome to the maybe awaited sequel for some of you guys to my Bedrock console little showcase series. This is a Bedrock to Java. Now same principle applies here. But instead of replicating Legacy Console Edition on modern day Bedrock, we are replicating Java Edition on Bedrock. So, now you're probably wondering why, because obviously if you're playing Bedrock on PC and want a Java Edition experience, just go play Java Edition. But then I realized a good chunk of Bedrock's player base is on phones, so this is for them. This is for those who are on phones or consoles that want to have a more Java experience. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the packs that are required to make this happen. Now, another thing I recommend doing is turn off controller hints, just to make it a bit more authentic. Now, there's not much I'll actually be able to showcase, because it's mostly under the hood changes, like sounds, held items, held item positions, and whatnot. And both packs I'm actually going to show in this little video are made by the same people who made the console stuff. So we have Agent Mindstorm for Java aspects and Crizzle for the UI pack. Now, one thing I want to mention that I didn't mention in my console series at all because I didn't think it would be relevant, because Agent Mindstorm recommends for mobile that you download the what's called performance version of the aspects pack, but I discovered that on my higher end phone, because I have a Samsung Galaxy S24, the higher quality fidelity pack actually works. So if you have a higher end device, then consider going for a fidelity if it works for you. It works for me, so that's what we're going with. And of course we have the UI. So first we're going to activate these, and then I'll briefly go into my survival world just to give you guys a brief overview of what these look like. And then we'll get into some other things that I want to highlight. So I will see you guys in my survival. Alright, here we are. And yeah, I know my controller drifts, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it because this is the only controller I got. So here we are, and as you can see, not many noticeable changes have been made, unlike console aspects where it was immediately apparent. Now I am going to show real quick if I can find something to kill what Java aspects doesn't do. You won't get Java combat, which to some is a good thing. But now, if any of you guys can find a reliable pack that actually works with 1.20.81, then be my guest. But yeah, it's just the normal spammy Bedrock combat. But I guess I can show that some of the sounds have changed. For instance, I don't think the sugarcane... No, that hasn't changed. I'm going to load this into my composter, but yeah, the sugarcane breaking sounds haven't changed. But one I can show that has... I'm going to sleep real quick, and you can see, yeah, that changed due to the UI pack. And you can see the coordinates up there says a block instead of position, which I think is kind of cool. But this has changed. Now it's not grass breaking sounds, instead it's the crop breaking sounds, which I think is pretty neat. And yes, same with the planting sounds. Those are no longer grass placing sounds. They're the correct crop planting sounds. Also, wheat seeds have been renamed, or seeds have been renamed to wheat seeds, and sorry, Toy Cat, cooked beef has been renamed to steak. Yeah, let me load this into my composter real quick, and then we'll take a look at the other things I wanted to cover in this video. Mainly, because I know people are gonna ask, is this compatible with the classic textures? And that it is. And we're going to use the same packs we used last time, that we used for the console conversion, because that's what we used last time, and they still work. So, let me get to that. Alright, so, to, make the classic textures work properly, just like, yeah, it's a little bit fiddly with a controller with this UI pack, but just like with the console aspects, if you want to make it fully compatible with classic textures, and this time there are only 3 options, because of course default textures is just default textures. There's no like PS4 default textures and then new default textures. It's just default textures. But programmer art, classic textures, is what we want to make it match with the default classic textures, and I will show that off real quick. By the way, while we're waiting for this to load, I am going to let you guys know that all links to the packs I used in this video, as usual, will be in the description, so yeah. And for some reason it's raining. But here we are, with the classic textures, as you can see. And they work like they're supposed to, and with the classic textures fixed, you of course have textures for stuff that didn't have classic textures, like copper here. And there's a good example I always point to, cherry planks. Yeah, so the classic fix pack will still work here. But yeah, anyway, that is it for Bedrock to Java. Now I may show off one other thing if I can find one, and that's a Java panorama switcher, because I found one for Bedrock, or for console, so if I find one for Java, I will make an update. But until then, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in whatever I post next. Bye!